Hello and welcome back to Down the Lane Bowling. I'm Alex, here by myself, no John today, at Gaylord Bowling Center in Gaylord, Michigan, bringing you a quasi ball comparison video. Today I've got the Crimson Jackal, which we just did a ball video or a ball review on, the newest release from Motiv, and one of the old Motiv Jackals, the Jackal LE, which came out about 9 years ago. So we're gonna see how much has changed in the way that Motiv has designed their balls in 9 years. We're gonna bowl a game with each on the same lines, or same lane, and kind of get a comparison. I'm gonna start out in the same spot with both, and then make independent moves depending on where I need to go. I'm thinking the Jackal LE is going to be a touch stronger just because it's a solid, and then the Crimson Jackal is obviously going to be a little bit further down lane and a little bit stronger on the back end. So we'll get into it. I've got the Jackal LE coming up, or the Crimson Jackal coming up first, and we'll get into it. So as you can see there, I came way up the back of the ball, really rolled it forward, and I still had enough power to drive through. We're gonna stand in the same spot, try and throw the same shot with the LE, and see if it can keep pace. So as you can see there, it didn't really make it back. I might have to move a couple boards to the right or tighten up the line just a little bit. But we'll see what I have to do off of that. Picked up the spare. Okay. So that time I tried to do the same thing as the last frame. Put it in the same spot. It was a little bit slower and a little bit more hand rotation, and as you can see, it went through the nose, left me with a nasty split. Now every shot is going to be with the ball, so I'm not allowed to use a spare ball. And we will see if we can't convert this. Well, that's not quite what they mean when they say get 3. And I still almost ended up converting it. Weird, crazy pin action. We'll move back to the LE. Based off the last ball, I think I'm gonna have to move 2 boards to the right, keep the same mark, and see if we can't crush the pocket. Yeah, and that 2 board move was definitely what I needed to do there. That time it made the corner, hit the pocket real hard, and that was just a beautiful ball. So, based off the last shot with the Crimson Jackal, I think I'm going to have to go a board back to the left and see how that ends up working. that's what we call a miss. I moved the board, but at the same time I also threw it out to the dry way too quickly, and I slowed it down, which, if you're gonna change one thing, don't change three. So that was just a complete and utter miss on my part. Spare's good. The last shot gave me a really nice shape, so I'm gonna keep that shot and try and repeat it. Yep, that looked great. Really nice angle off the pins, or off the break point. Nice continuation through the pins. We'll go back to the Crimson Jackal and try not to miss this time. So I did still miss there, but this time I didn't slow it down. So it actually was able to take that and still roll through and hit the pocket instead of going Brooklyn or through the nose. That's the thing I like about the Crimson, is you've got a lot of playroom in where you can throw the ball at. Obviously there I missed by my break point by about 5 boards, which is a big miss in bowling, and I still was able to work off of that and still strike. Not a great shot by me, even though it looks pretty down there. We'll go back to the Jackal LE, see if we can't strike for a 3rd time in a row. Not quite. That one just kind of ran on me. A little bit slow, so that would explain it. I threw the same line, but I didn't quite have the speed on it as I did with the last shot, the last few shots. So that's why it ran through the nose, left me with a nasty split. Maybe highlight worthy, but I doubt it. This is classified as the hardest split to pick up by metrics, even though the 710 is technically harder. And I missed them all. Move back to the Crimson Jackal, try and throw a little bit better shot than the last few, and give you what a real shape looks like on it. Whoa. Once again, too slow. I feel like I'm swinging a limp noodle out there for my arm. Just missing on the speed right now. Obviously that's not a good comparison between the two balls, but we'll convert the spare, continue on. Try and keep the speed up, gotta stay aggressive through the ball. Well, the speed was there, but the line was not. I definitely missed inside by a whole lot. Stay aggressive. Alright, that time we picked up the speed, and as you can tell, it just kind of slid. That tells me that I got to move back to the right. Pretty much play a similar line to where I'm playing with the Jackal LE. And hopefully try and remedy it. Depending on where in the game I leave this, I might be trying to throw another strike shot. But since it's only in the 6th frame, I'm definitely trying to convert the spare here. Chop it. Not great spare shooting by me. I wouldn't classify that as an easy spare, but it definitely should have been converted. Back to the Jackal LE. We'll try and get our sprinkler system for an arm under control. So there, the line was back where it needed to be, the speed was not. Right now I'm fighting that battle of accuracy or speed, which is not really a battle that you want to fight when you're bowling. So unfortunately I've got to choose, would I rather stay in the line that I'm at or move left with the slower speed and be a little bit more accurate? I'm probably going to choose to move left here. So, here comes a big move. I'm going to move 5 boards to the left with both balls, keep it with the slower speed, a little bit more overall hook, but I'm hoping it's going to make me a little bit more accurate, a little bit less on the misses. Well, doesn't matter, I'm still gonna miss. That was probably one of the worst shots I've ever thrown. Completely whiffed it right on the bottom of my hand, put nothing into it, and just sent it outside and said good luck. So, that was just a complete and utter miss. Oh. All right. So that's the thing you're going to see a lot when you open up your angles too, is you're going to get a lot more 10 pins, especially if you don't have the right angle. That one, it wrapped around the 10, and it's because the ball came in behind the head pin. So, with these, it's going to be hard to pick up 10 pins unless I come straight up the back of the ball, which I can do, but I'm not the best at it. So. Like I said, not the best at it, and there's the proof. So, let's get this under control, right? So that time I sent it out like I wanted to do, but I still put the hand into it. As you can tell there, it made it back to the pocket real nice. Kicked out the 10. So I've got to make a small move, but not as much as I might have to do with the Jackal, the LE. slid back with the Jackal LE there, and left a 7-pin. Ball made it back to the pocket just fine, but that's a weird leaf. That was a weird leaf. That's why you throw straight at your spare kids. And that actually opened the door back up for the Crimson Jackal to come and steal this. So we'll move back in. We will throw a good shot and hopefully strike the rest of the way out. Another 7. 2 7s in a row, both with different balls. Another weird leaf. So that one didn't want to get out. I felt like I gave it the right angle out of my hand, but it caught some type of dry spot in the middle of the lane there, and kind of made it hook a little bit too early for me. Based off of that, it shows me that I got to try and get it out a little bit faster, it seems like. All right, we're into our last shots with both here. Not really the best bowled game by me, but in terms of a ball comparison, you can kind of see how each of them would move respective to one another, and kind of see the difference between 8 years in the making. So. I guess that's a good place to leave that. That'll seal it. I need 2 pins with the Jackal LE in order to beat the Crimson Jackal. Not that it really matters about score. And that'll be all time. So the big difference for me in where I would throw these two, with them both being in my bag right now, I would throw the LE first, kind of open up the lanes a little bit, and then move to the Crimson Jackal a little bit later as the lanes start to dry up and I need a little bit more length down the lane. That being said, I have started out with the Crimson Jackal, and thrown it for all 3 sets. It really all depends on how the lanes are setting up for you at the moment. I think they're pretty comparable. They got similar lines, similar flare types, and similar pocket action. So when it comes to it, I think both balls are great. I do think that the advancements in technology have made the Crimson Jackal just that smidge bit better, but it all depends on how you throw them too. So we got one more shot with the Jackal LE here, and we'll get out of here. Yeah, that one was just rolling better today. If you want to go off the numbers, I shot 157 with the Crimson Jackal while not shooting that great, and I also shot 175 with the Jackal LE. Well, not shooting that great. You can no longer get the Jackal LE from Motiv. It's been retired for the past 7 years. So if you want to get this ball, you have to get it on eBay secondhand from somebody, or on Amazon or somewhere that's selling it. The Crimson Jackal, it's available January 10th. So by the time you're seeing this video, it's probably going to be available, and you can go get one at any pro shop, at any online pro shop. I'm sure people will be selling it on eBay, people are selling it on Amazon. So you can probably find this Crimson Jackal wherever you want it, and I think it's worth it. I do think it has a little bit more hook to it, and I think it's got a little bit more length and back end motion than the Jackal LE. That being said, it's also 8 years newer, so it should have more hook and more length and more back end. So hope you enjoyed the video. With all that, please like, subscribe. Thanks again to Gaylord Bowling Center for letting us film here, letting us stay after they're closed up, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.